Ex witness!
Defense calls Simon the Zealot to the stand.
What?
9!
Simon the Zealot?
You were one of the 12 apostles, Simon, correct?
Yeah.
And you were a zealot?
Yeah.
Was Judas Iscariot a zealot?
We didn't go to the meetings or nothing, but yeah, he was pretty much a zealot if you ask me.
Zealots being Jews seeking an end to the violent oppression of the Roman occupation, correct?
Actually, not exactly, no.
Are you saying the zealots were in favor of the occupation?
Nah, not at all. We hated the Romans, absolutely. We wanted their pagan asses to hit the curb running and bloody. But we was also opposed to any Gentiles in Palestine. Greek, Roman, whoever. What us zealots was really about was promoting a strict adherence to Mosaic law.
Mosaic law being?
The law of Moses, the Torah. That was the whole bag right there, miss. Get rid of the bad seed and unite the people under the holy law of God. Basically, we were the street version of Caiaphas the Elder. I mean, we had knives and shit, and we thought Caiaphas was soft.
Soft how?
With the Romans. He was a bit of a politician, you know?
And what was life like under Roman rule?
Where you from, miss?
New York?
Okay. Imagine New York was taken over by, like, violent, devil-worshipping cannibals who spit on your laws, stole all your money, took your women and children as slaves, and put giant swastikas in all your bridges, tunnels, libraries, and civic institutions. Anybody complain about it? Got nailed naked to a piece of wood in Times Square, left to be eaten by rats and shit on by pigeons, until the weight of his body asphyxiated him to death. That's what it was like.
And you thought Jesus was going to change that, didn't you?
We all did.
Change it how?
Throw them out. That's what the Messiah was supposed to do.
But he didn't do that, did he?
Nah.
And yet he was capable of it, wasn't he? You saw him perform miracles, raise people from the dead.
It was a bit of a conundrum, yeah.
Were you at the disturbance at the temple?
Yeah?
What did you think about that?
You kidding? I loved it. Judas too. We all did. Thought it was on, you know?
On meaning?
The beginning of the revolution.
But it wasn't, was it?
Nah.
What happened after the riot at the temple?
Jesus had us all retreat to this house. Then he was like, I'm gonna die soon, so let's just chill.
Must have been very disappointing.
It was confusing. I mean, whacked out shit, man. One minute Jesus is beating infidels down, and I'm talking fists and whips. Jesus was kicking ass, knocking out teeth, screaming, I'm gonna tear down the temple. Next minute, he's all passive. And we're like, we invested 3 years in this guy and he's just gonna lay down? It didn't seem to make no sense.
Simon, why do you think Judas turned Jesus into the authorities?
Personally, I think Judas was trying to throw Jesus into the deep end of the pool, make him swim.
Judas was testing Jesus?
Not testing. We all knew Jesus had mad skills to pass a test.
What then?
Listen, I knew Judas pretty good. We was pretty tight on account of, you know, our politics and whatnot. What I believe is this. Judas knew that if the Romans grabbed up Jesus, then Jesus would have to act.
Meaning?
Meaning act! Get it on and start kicking ass like he was supposed to. Emancipation was our birthright. That's what the Messiah was there for. I personally think that Judas did what he did to help Jesus realize his destiny and fulfill his mission.
Judas tried to help Jesus.
I believe so, yes.
Thank you.
So, Judas was a helper, eh?
Yeah?
Just there to lend the helping hand, yes?
Yeah?
Yes, I think you are correct, zealous one, because I know for me, if my best friend were to sell me out and betray me for a roll of quarters, and which caused me to be beaten, whipped, gouged, and mangled, and then strung up and left to bake in the hot Judean sun till I resembled a shriveled up, bearded Frankfurter, why yes! I think my first thought, as I gasped for air and bled to death, would be, oh really? That Judas was a helpful guy! I must remember to send him the thank you note! Simon the Zealot then stopped talking. Judas was a friend, yes?
Yeah.
He thought the same way.
Yeah.
Shared the same opinions.
Yeah.
Had the same beliefs.
Yes.
Wanted the same things.
Yes.
Wanted them desperately.
Yes!
Then why, Zealot, did you not do as Judas did? If you believed what you believed and you thought what you thought, why did you not join Judas? Or turn Jesus on your own. Can you explain me this?
I don't know.
Protecting a friend. Admirable indeed. Zealot, Jesus never said that his mission as Messiah on earth was to overthrow the Romans, did he?
Not exactly, no.
You wanted it to be the mission. You maybe even thought it was the mission, but it wasn't the mission really, was it?
I guess not.
Then how is it, zealous one, that you came to understand that violence was not part of Jesus' mission? But Judas, he never did.
I couldn't say.
Answer me this. What was your inner life like before you met Jesus of Nazareth? And I don't need to remind you to be honest here, do I?
Nah. I was consumed with anger. Jesus, he saved my life.
Man of zeal, final question. Do you believe, as it says in the Bible, that God made man in his own image?
I do.
Of course you do. And therein lies the answer to one of my previous questions. I posit that the difference between you and Judas Iscariot is that you accepted that you were made in God's image. Whereas Judas Iscariot attempted to make God in his own image. God as earthly avenger, which was not God's way. And even though you were scared, Zealot, even though you're confused and hurt and angry, still, you chose to obey God, didn't you?
I guess I got lucky.
Lucky indeed. Simon the Zealot, there is something admirable about you, and that is your modesty. You're a God-fearing man. Go now, be free.
Jesus never proclaimed himself to be God, Simon, correct?
Nah, he never did.
What did Jesus say to Judas at the Last Supper?
He said, do what you gotta do.
Sounds like Jesus approved.
Maybe.
And if you were Judas, Simon, and doing what you had to do ended up getting you thrown into despair and hanging from a tree and then sent to hell to live in misery and infamy and perpetuity, if you were Judas, wouldn't you have kind of wished that Jesus had said something else instead?
Yeah, counselor, I very much would have.
Would it kind of make you feel like you got fucked?
Objection! Foul mouth is a dirty word!
I withdraw the question.
I would have felt like you said, though.
Thank you, Simon. Nothing further.
Next witness.
Oh, most reverend Signor, with your magisterial permission, prosecution now conjures Satan, prince of darkness,